Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. Isaac Newton. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. If I had stayed for other people to make my tools and things for me, I had never made anything. Atheism is so senseless. When I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the Sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. All my discoveries have been made in answer to prayer. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. To arrive at the simplest truth requires years of contemplation. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true, for if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. My powers are ordinary. Only my application brings me success. Truth is the offspring of silence and meditation. You have to make the rules, not follow them. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. Isaac Newton. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. As a blind man has no idea of colors, so we have no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets and comets, could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. I have a fundamental belief in the Bible as the Word of God, written by those who are inspired. I study the Bible daily. What goes up must come down. If others would think as hard as I did, then they would get similar results. Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he discovered the law of gravity. He replied, by thinking about it all the time. Absolute, true and mathematical time, of itself, and from its own nature flows equably without relation to anything external. All the characters of the Passion agree to the year 34, and that is the only year to which they all agree. Impressed force is the action exerted on a body to change its state either of resting or of moving uniformly straight forward. We are to admit no more causes of natural things than such as are both true and sufficient to explain their appearances. I see I have made myself a slave to philosophy. Let me think. I wonder if an anvil will drop like an apple? An object that is at rest will tend to stay at rest. An object that is in motion will tend to stay in motion. Atheism is so senseless and odious to mankind that it never had many professors. I shall not mingle conjectures with certainties. Yet one thing secures us whatever betide, the Scriptures assures us that the Lord will provide. His epitaph, too, by vigor of mind almost divine, The motions and figures of the planets, the paths of comets, and the tides of the seas first demonstrated,